Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party! And ever since the Chop Shop update for GTA Online, we've had animals on land, and in this video we're gonna be checking out the animals in sea, so basically fishes. Oh yeah, and I also found this, which looks abandoned, but you can actually go into it, believe it or not. See? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's start the game as normal, and ooh, 25th anniversary, congratulations. Now we need to get in the sea, so for that we're gonna use the good old Toreador. And with our basically submarine car, it's time to get to the sea. And before we continue, I'd like to take a couple seconds and thank this video sponsor, One State. And for those of you who don't know, One State is a free mobile online game with a role-playing mode that takes place in Los Angeles in a large open world map. So, if you like GTA Online, chances are you're gonna love One State. I recently started playing the game and I'm blown away by how much you can do in the game. You can be whatever you want. Take up different jobs, start your own business, or go down the path of a criminal. Each game can hold up to 500 people at the same time, so it's a giant free-for-all. Earn rewards not just for completing gang missions, but also for taking part in big-scale events. One State is available on Android and iOS, and if you use the link in the description of the video and promo code BULLSHEEP, you're gonna get 10k bucks. One State. Create your own story. A big thanks to One State for sponsoring the video and for providing such an awesome product. Now back to what we were doing. And that was going into the sea and starting to look for new mammals, animals underwater, or fish, whatever you want to call them. And just in case you're curious, no, my driving hasn't improved even though we are underwater. I still suck at it. So, moving on a little ways down the road, I found my first mammals, and those are those two dolphins. And I'm sure you're gonna tell me in the comment section that this is a specific breed of dolphins, but I don't care, I call them dolphins. So, those are the first mammals we saw. Pretty cool, I know. But sit tight, because by the end of the video, we're gonna uncover something incredible underwater in GTA Online. And speaking of cool things, I know this is really not related to animals or mammals or fish, but this is a plane crash in case you didn't know about it. It's a fairly cool Easter egg that we have in the game. It's speculated that it's based on the TV show Lost, but nobody really can confirm that. But yeah, chances are it is. So what I did at this point was continue to go deeper and deeper and deeper underwater. At this point, I was expecting to see sea turtles or something, but instead I saw a warning message from the game telling me, well, you shouldn't be here, so I just turned around and got the F out of there. And a little later, something very weird happened that I've seen several times since then, but basically, dolphins just drop out of the sky for some reason, as you can see here. They either appear right in front of you or they drop out of the sky. I don't know, this is probably something that Rockstar can fix with a patch or something, but as of right now, it looks hilarious in my opinion, and I actually kind of like it. And in case you're keeping track at home, those were the same dolphins we saw earlier, but this is not. This is a completely new one, and I'm sure this is actually called the dolphin, so let's actually call it that. And the way it was moving, it looked like fun, so I wanted to try it for myself. But my results weren't as graceful as its, so yeah, probably I shouldn't be doing that anymore. So, we are continuing our search for underwater mammals, or fish, or underwater animals, whatever you want to call them. And the next part of the ocean looks a little brownish, so a little sus, but oh, those are people. Okay, that makes sense. I thought those were fish, but yeah, making it brown completely makes sense in this case. Thank you, game. Thank you so much for that. So to recap, so far we've seen a handful of dolphins, basically the same ones, and one new other species. And ooh, see, we have birds as well in the game. We didn't expect that from this video, did you? Ha, you learn something new every single day. Now let's go back inside the water and see for something new. And yep, here we are. We have our first fishies in the game, and I gotta say, those look really, really cool. Remind me of the single player ones. One thing that I'm not noticing, however, are still sea turtles. Now, I've played San Andreas for quite a while, for a long time, so I'm not sure if I'm mistaking sea turtles in San Andreas and sea turtles in GTA 5, but it is what it is. Next up, we get to this thing, and this to me looks like an abandoned submarine. I gotta say, I'm a sucker for things like this, and this looked incredible. And what really piqued my interest is that the hatch at the top is opened. So I did what any normal person would do. I tried to first of all ram it, which was unsuccessful because I suck at driving even underwater. But secondly, I tried to get into it. So what happened next was, well, pretty much expected. So I aimed and, well, I think the results speak for itself. But not to worry, something incredible happened after a couple of tries. I actually finagled my way into the submarine. And you wouldn't believe what was in there. No, seriously. It's the end of the game. It was incredible. I won all the money and the video over. Now, actually, it was a complete letdown. Let me just turn on the headlights and I'll show you. It was completely empty. It was such a bummer. I was so bummed out. I don't think when the game was originally released and designed, they had in mind that people are going to be able to do this. If you don't know, when GTA 5 first came out, we only had one really weird looking, really hard to control submarine that was bigger than the Toreador, so it wasn't gonna be able to fit through that hatch. But now that we got this, well, I guess devs just forgot about this open hatch, so yeah, we can basically abuse it, but to what end? Now, as I'm in here, I see no sea life, but I have a problem. I can't get out. So, on my second attempt, I actually kind of finagled my way out of there, so that's good, I guess. So, on to our next target, and ooh, fishies! And yes, I understand they're still technically the same type as the last one, but they are still fishy, so I am counting those as a win. But all in all, the video, I was honestly expecting a lot more sharks and a little bit more diversity, so what I did was go to the swamp in the middle of the map. And yeah, as you can see, that turned out perfectly. I'm very good at driving, as I said. So I went into the map and realized it wasn't actually deep enough to fit the entire car. So what I did was go inside the lake in the middle of the map. And as you can see, just flawless driving as always. And wait for it. Yep, perfect. And in case you're curious, my vehicle is still amphibious and still waterproof, even though half of it is missing. And yeah, for some reason, my guy doesn't suffocate when he goes underwater. I know, GTA logic. Now, even though I wasn't able to see this on my original playthrough as I was playing the game, I actually noticed as I was editing the video a fish right about here. See? In the left-hand side of the screen over there. Yep, that's a fish. So let's move on. And yeah, aside from that fish, this was literally a dead zone. So nothing was happening here. So I did what any other YouTuber would do. I ended the video, and no, I'm kidding. I actually went to another swamp canal type of thing. And as you can see, this time I was kind of able to glide my way into the water. And let's see if we're gonna be able to redeem ourselves and see some other sea creatures, or in this case, lake creatures or swamp creatures or whatever, something underwater that's alive, basically, is what I'm looking for. And we have new fishies. We haven't seen this breed before, so I'm really happy that I actually did. One thing that I'm very disappointed about is that we haven't seen a shark yet. And spoiler alert, in my 2.5 hours of being underwater, I've not been able to see a single shark. Not in daytime, not at nighttime. And with that bombshell, it's time to end the video. Thank you so much to everybody that watched so far. Hopefully you liked the video. If that's the case, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, consider becoming a channel member, and I will catch you all in the next one.